Colloquial detoxes centered on fasting or specialized juices fail to account for the liver's actual high-intensity metabolic workload. Environmental xenobiotics, from aerosol sprays to transdermal lotions, seep directly through the skin and lungs into systemic circulation, bypassing the digestive front lines entirely. Simultaneously, blood from the intestines is funneled through the hepatic portal vein, delivering nutrient and toxin-heavy loads directly to the liver's hexagonal logules for processing. The liver operates as a rigorous, automated chemical processing plant, performing a highly complex chemical balancing act every second. It neutralizes lipid-soluble xenobiotics using a two-tier biochemical pipeline, Phase 1 oxidation and Phase 2 conjugation. Modern synthetic chemicals create a constant physiological load on this two-tier pipeline, leaving the system highly vulnerable to systemic bottlenecks. Phase 1 oxidation serves as the primary defense mechanism, driven by the cytochrome P450 enzyme family. Preparing a toxin for excretion requires the enzymes to physically alter its molecular shape. These enzymes achieve this by attaching specific chemical groups, such as hydroxyl, carboxyl, and amino structures, directly to the passing molecules. Human enzymes evolved long before the introduction of modern synthetic industrial compounds, meaning our biological hardware is encountering molecular structures it was never designed to process. This mismatch can lead to critical errors, where CYP450 enzymes accidentally convert a harmless environmental procarcinogen into a highly reactive tissue-damaging agent. Phase 1 produces highly unstable intermediates that are temporarily more dangerous than the original compound. The clinical reality of acetaminophen demonstrates this danger. This common over-the-counter medication is currently the leading cause of acute liver failure in the United States. This biochemical bottleneck accounts for an estimated 56,000 emergency room visits every year. The toxicity is a byproduct of metabolism. The CYP2E1 enzyme breaks down acetaminophen into a highly reactive intermediate known as NAPQI. High doses of NAPQI rapidly deplete the liver's glutathione reserves. When these antioxidant shields are exhausted, the resulting oxidative stress begins destroying hepatic gears and cellular infrastructure. Most drug-induced liver failure stems from a strict mathematical bottleneck, where Phase 1 oxidation outpaces the liver's available glutathione. Clearing pharmaceutical drugs and environmental toxins requires precise enzymatic timing. Single nucleotide polymorphisms, or SNPs, are genetic defects that can cause specific enzymes to fail, creating individuals known as poor metabolizers. One clinical case study details a woman developing rapid-onset Parkinson's disease following a routine environmental exposure. The primary trigger for her neurodegeneration was a common household bug spray. While historical pesticides were notoriously persistent, modern cases like this prove that toxicity often relies on the host's metabolism rather than the chemical itself. Because her specific detoxification enzymes were defective, the lipid-soluble pesticide bypassed the liver, overwhelmed her system, and crossed the blood-brain barrier. Genetic defects dictate that our response to environmental toxins varies. A broken enzymatic pipeline creates a direct link between household chemicals and severe neurodegeneration. Disarming the reactive spiked intermediates from Phase 1 requires the intervention of the Phase 2 conjugation station. Conjugation forces lipid-soluble toxins to become water-soluble, stripping them of their reactivity. The sulfation pathway uses sulfur to safely metabolize circulating hormones like estrogen and thyroid. The methylation pathway utilizes methyl donors like vitamin B12 and SAMe to clear systemic chemicals. And glutathione conjugation is specifically tasked with neutralizing heavy pharmaceutical loads and their resulting intermediates. Once locked in a water-soluble state, the toxins are safely excreted by the kidneys and gut. Phase 2 provides the mandatory water-soluble wash that prevents reactive metabolites from lingering and destroying hepatic tissue from within. The foods you consume function as a direct biochemical control panel for the speed and capacity of these factories. Drinking grapefruit juice hinders the process by inhibiting the CYP3A enzyme, causing dangerous drug buildups as the liver's ability to clear medications drops to zero. Targeted nutrition relies on the distinction between foods that blindly stimulate the liver and true biological modulators. Modulators uniquely tune the system by downregulating overactive phase 1 enzymes while simultaneously boosting phase 2 capacity to ensure metabolic synchronization. Diet serves as an active epigenetic control panel, dictating the overall speed and safety of the detoxification pipeline. Specific flavonoids offer direct intervention. Curcumin protects the liver by halting the toxic CYP2E1 pathway while stimulating sirtuins to repair damaged tissue. Berberine halts the specific cytochrome P450 machines that convert procarcinogens into active threats. Silymarin, derived from milk thistle, prevents the catastrophic depletion of your liver's glutathione reserves. And apigenin, found in celery, soothes the intestinal lining while actively defending against acetaminophen-induced toxicity. Scientific detoxification centers on rigorous enzymatic modulation rather than the colloquial cleanse. Your liver performs a miraculous chemical balancing act every second. By arming it with specific natural modulators, you ensure your ultimate chemical factory remains fully operational.